set some ground rules for today's session, as we do have both students and community members attending today. So, hello, my name is Maria. I am the CEC student manager and the social media manager, and I will be your host today. And if the rest of the CEC team wants to introduce themselves.
Go. So hi everyone, my name is Namita. I am a student staff member at CDC, but most of my work is on our website.
Hello everyone, my name is Efrain Vasquez Gonzalez. I am a CSC staff and also a Americorps Fellow. So I engage with both the Community Engagement Center and also engage with the Americorps program on campus.
Hi everyone, my name is Anita. I am the Bobcat Online Homework Help student staff member, so I help to coordinate and facilitate the meetings.
Hi everyone, my name is Angelica and I'm also a CEC staff member, and I work on the Americorps team.
Alrighty, well, welcome everyone. My name is Andrea Tafoya and I'm the Community Engagement Coordinator at UC Merced. I was going to say here at UC Merced, but I'm in my home, so technically not at UC Merced, but so lovely to have you on today. Happy Friday. So we're going to go ahead and set a few ground rules because we know that this is a space for everyone and we want to make it inclusive and welcoming for everyone. So we do please ask that if you want to participate or you have a question, please feel free to raise your hand or enter into the chat as well. We do ask that you refrain from any political or religious statements as we want to make this a welcoming space for everyone. And yeah, please feel free to participate. This will be as interactive as you all want it to be. So please feel free to raise your hand, to use the chat functions, and we'll go ahead and upload this for clubs and organizations that couldn't make it today to go ahead and see it on our YouTube channel. It should be up by Monday morning. So I invite you to check that out on Monday. So thank you everyone and welcome.
All right, thank you all. And now we'll go ahead and get started with our presentation for today. So our agenda today is a little introduction, then we'll go on to our Americorps presentation. We will then share volunteer opportunities and have our guest speakers share some of their volunteer opportunities with us. Then we'll have an open Q&A, go on to our raffle, and then some closing remarks. All right, so introductions, let's get to know each other. So if you're from UC Merced, you can share your name, major, club organization you're here on behalf of, and describe your club and org in one word, or describe the type of service opportunities you're interested in. And then if you're here as a Merced County community member, you can share your name, the organization you're here on behalf of, if you're here on behalf of an organization, and maybe why you're here today. Like why, I'm really interested to know why you all are so excited to attend a UC Merced event, because sometimes we don't get community members here. So I'd love to know what interested you about today.
I can go first. So hi, my name's Alexander Perez. I'm an anthropology major with a minor in MBE. I'm currently a third year here at UC Merced. I'm also the vice president of Sigma Chi. And honestly, I'm looking for community service. One of our pillars is service. And we haven't really involved that very well. I believe that we're one of the last last organizations on UC Merced's campus to do community service. So I want to kind of not enforce, but encourage my boys to do more community service, because while We might be in a pandemic. We are coming out of it. All of us are vaccinated now, for the most part. I'm the last one to get my second shot. So after I get my second shot, my entire chapter will be vaccinated. And we are looking to do hybrid volunteering. All of us do drive and are willing to do a drive to Fresno, Sacramento, or anywhere. We're hoping to basically do anything that we possibly can to help the community of Merced, or help other communities that might not be able to get volunteers.
Thank you so much, Alex, and welcome. That was a very important topic that you touched on, and we're very excited to have you here today and so interested and committed to engaging in the community. All right, would anyone like to go next? You're free to unmute yourselves or in the chat.
Hey, good morning. My name is Sabrina Rayford. I go by Bree, and I am the clearinghouse coordinator here with Love Inc. The Inc. part, in case some of you are wondering, is in the name of Christ. I am part of this organization that is a faith-driven organization that helps the community and those who are low income. And we here are local liaison, and so to kind of interact in between the individual or family to meet their need, whether that be connecting them with a church or with a different organization or agency. And so I'm excited about being here because I'm excited to help people who want to volunteer and they want to be able to see how they can, help the community. They just don't know how. I would love to get them connected, and I would love to share that information because we have different ways of doing that. Not all of us like to help out in one specific way. We all have our unique ways of comfortability, right? So we have different ways to do that, and I'm excited to share that with everyone.
Thank you so much, Bree, for joining us. We're very excited to have you here today. And you touched on another important topic that sometimes you just have to find the right volunteer opportunity for you. All right, anyone else? If not, we can go ahead and move on. Okay. So now we would like to take a moment to recognize some of the outstanding individuals and outstanding clubs and organizations in service. And these recognitions are based on the service hours on Cat Life submitted by individuals and club and organizations. So friendly reminder, if you're not posting or submitting your service hours to Cat Life, please do so, and you can end up on our recognition board. And also, it's a great way to keep track of your hours. You're here for 4 years and you want to add these service opportunities on your resume, include them in job applications. So Cat Life is a great way to keep track of all of your service. So for outstanding individuals, we have Luis Figueroa Ramos, Kendall DeBroff, Nathan Felix, Min Tayet, and Christian Racinos. And for outstanding clubs and organizations, we have UC Merced Rotaract, Omega Delta Phi, and Phi Delta Epsilon. So applause for you all, and thank you so much for serving your communities. All right. So now I'll talk about the Americorps Public Service Fellowship, and this fellowship will be for the 2021-2022 academic year. So if you're interested in service and you want to get more involved in your community in a more structured way, as it is a fellowship program, you're welcome to apply. The applications are open now and they close on May 30th, but we are accepting applications on a rolling basis. So you're welcome to apply whenever you'd like. And some benefits of service and participating in the Americorps Fellowship are weekly living allowances while serving, money for college and trade school, professional development, and an alumni network. And some eligibility requirements are you must be 17 years of age at the start of your service. You must have a high school diploma or its equivalent. You must be a citizen, national, or lawful permanent resident alien of the United States, as this is a federally funded program. And you must satisfy the National Service Criminal History Check eligibility criteria. Yeah, if you have any additional questions, you can email us at communityservice@ucmerced.com, and the application can be found at our website, cec.ucmerced.edu/Americorps.
Thank you, Maria. And we also have a current fellow who is also a CDC staff, who is Efren. So if anybody has any questions that you can think of, Efren is here and willing to answer those questions through the perspective of a fellow. If you can't think of anything, you can again go ahead and send us an email at communityservice@ucmerced.edu, and we can forward over that to Efren. And I'm sure, Efren, you're willing to have a little bit of a chat to talk about your firsthand experience. Is that right? Cool. All right. So thank you, Maria. So as Maria mentioned, the application is open until May 30th. And if you have specific questions or you just want more information, we also have a few info sessions happening this week and next week. Our next one is actually at 11, right after this meeting. And so you can get that information off of our website, which is cec.ucmerced.edu. Perfect. All right, and so we have a volunteer opportunity coming up this Saturday, the April 24th. So if you are in need of hours for your club or your organization, and you need them before the semester, you need them for a class, and you need to get some hours in, this is definitely a good opportunity. David Hernandez, who is a UC Merced alumni, actually reached out to us, and he works for the UFW Foundation, which stands for United Farm Workers Foundation. And what they will be doing is they will be distributing emergency relief. So it's part of their emergency relief outreach efforts. What does that mean? They'll actually be distributing food boxes and $25 gift cards. They will be following, COVID-19 CDC health guidelines. So you can be confident that if you go ahead and volunteer and other members of your club or organization go ahead and volunteer, that you will go into a space that is mindful of people's health, including yours as well. So there you have it. There's the contact information for David. And please reach out if you have any other questions.
Hi, everyone. So we have another volunteer opportunity, and it's with the organization Upchieve. And basically, this is an education-related opportunity. So you get to be an academic coach for low-income high school students and help them get into college. The time commitment is totally flexible, so you can make your own schedule, and there's also no minimum either, which is totally great if you just want to get a feel for it first. And for the training, you'll just need to complete their Upchieve 101, and then you'll get to unlock some subjects that are listed there by passing certification quizzes. So if you're interested in that, you can sign up at upchieve.org/volunteer, and they also have more information on their website. So feel free to check that out if you're interested.
Thank you, Namita.
All right, so now we'd love to welcome our guest speakers for today. We have Noelle Chandler from Arts at Merced County Office of Education. And we also have Sabrina Rayford from Love Inc. of Greater Merced. And either of you are welcome to start. You should be able to share your screen if you want to share your screen. And if you don't have a presentation for today, you're welcome to just unmute yourselves and give us a little bit of information about your organization and the service opportunities that you're here to share today.
Bree, would you like to go first or would you like me to go first? Oh, okay, I'll go first. I even have a timer. I have a tendency to talk quite a bit, so I have a timer. I will not go over 10 minutes, I promise you. And start. Hi guys, my name is Noelle. I work for the Merced County Office of Education. My position is a relatively new one. They have coordinators in math, in science, in all of these various academic subject matters. What they don't have is what they call VAPA, Visual and Performing Arts Coordinator. And so I was brought on as an arts program specialist because I did something that I think a lot of people here are interested in doing, which is coming in from an outside community. I grew up way back east in Maryland, DC area, and kind of make this community my own. I spent 10 years at Playhouse Merced, being a hub of creative individuals and creative power, and making sure that collaborations happened and that everybody had a chance to talk and network with each other. So now that I'm with MCOE, they would like me to work toward that same similar goal. And the way that we did that is I'd actually like to, am I allowed to type something in the chat? That's what I would like to do. I'm going to be sharing briefly. MCOE.org/arts is the website. It's just our standard MCOE website, but it's the arts page. And what you'll find there is our strategic arts plan. I worked with stakeholders around the county. I spent months and months and months and months. And in January, we were finally able to unroll this plan with 4 very simple strategic directions of what we were going to be trying to achieve over the next 5 years, by connecting all the arts in Merced County. Now, I have a lot of ability to do this with teaching artists and nonprofits and private companies. Sorry, my dog is making herself comfortable in the corner over there of the new house. But what is very difficult to do is talk directly to schools. Schools, especially right now, are in an absolute flurry of uncertainty, right? We all know that they've been in and out of classrooms, in and out of virtual learning. The website is usually the last thing to get updated. And what is very important at the statewide level for the arts in California right now is data. Data-driven arts advocacy and production is so, so important. So when I look at a district website and I see that they have 3 visual arts teachers and 1 theater teacher, and that's it, and I report that back to the state of California, but in reality, that website hasn't been updated for the past 2 years, and the only thing they do is an after-school folklorical club, but it's got 150 students, I just failed to report a massive hub of dance that we could really utilize that I didn't even know about. Right? So part of my job, and one of the things I'm appealing to volunteers to ask for, is I am trying to get a group together of what basically amounts to arts ambassadors for the Arts at MCOE program. And what that means is you'll be adopting school sites. You'll be able to give phone, I'll help script you, but you'll be able to make phone calls. You'll be able to take data and information and build a relationship with the people that need relationship building there, and then invite them to come join me and the efforts that we're making to create a county-wide network of sorts. Just like I came in just as you were talking about the Boys and Girls Club and some of the other opportunities, and one of the things that you said that I loved was there's no direct scheduling for this. Like there's no one time you have to do it. That's very similar to what I'm asking. In the beginning of every month, I would give you the schools, probably virtually via email or a short meeting, but be able to say, here are the schools that we're adopting this month that we're focusing on. Here's how we want to approach them. And here's our general, because if you just call and go, hey, what are your arts? That doesn't make any sense, right? Instead, it's this month, we want to know what their visual arts look like and what they're focusing on. Who is the person that we would contact? And then you want to be able to report back to me on that so I can build that database, so I can start building those extra relationships and we can start pulling people in and knowing who our correct contacts and representatives are at these various schools. When it comes to arts at MCOE, there's very little labor intensive work. I don't need you to pick up and carry things. I do need you to build relationships with me across the county. As some of you I know already are well aware, this is like a weirdly wide county. There's so much space between, say, us and Hilmar, or us and Los Banos, or any other of the districts. There are, if you count MCOE, which does run schools, so it counts, there are 21 districts in the county, and there are 110 school sites. I have the very high bar of, I would like to have touched into all of those school sites by this time next year. And it's impossible to do by myself. And it's just me. It's just me in an office going, yay, let's do arts. So I desperately need some volunteers who are willing to talk to people, able to go out and form those relationships, and interested in supporting arts around the county in that way. We also have some really great mentorship opportunities. If you look at that same web page, the mcoe.org/arts, you'll see quite a bit of information about something called Merced Cyan. Cyan being, a color in the art world, and also stands for Merced County Young Artists Network. And that is yet again something I am pulling together out of young artists that I know. And I would love to get some of the artistic undergraduates that I know at UC Merced to be involved in that as well. It actually programming goes up to age 22, specifically because we would like to take that under 17 crowd, 10 to 17-ish, and as we teach them the various collaborative art forms that we're working on, I would like to take that older crowd, 18 to 22, and shift them into both a learning and leadership or mentorship role within that group. If you're interested, we're actually going to be starting documentary filmmaking in collaboration with UC Merced, starting next, when would it be? Oh, actually August. We already have that set up. So if you're interested in working with us on documentary filmmaking, we would love to have you. You just join Merced Cyan. So these equitable opportunities are going to keep coming up, and I need people who know about them, understand how to apply for them, to help me spread that word and build those things directly into those school relationships. The best way to contact me, obviously, my email is all over that website. You can't, scroll once without seeing my email again. But just in case, I'm going to put it here in the chat as well. Feel free to, I know we're going to have a Q&A when this is complete. I'm obviously excited to answer any questions, but in the future, if anything else comes up, feel free to let me know, and I will work with you to make sure you are comfortable and happy and interested in continuing to build our relationships together. Thank you so much for supporting arts at MCOE.
That was great. Thank you, Noelle. I'm sure this is something our students with the Global Art Studies program and the Young Artist Movement Club would be interested in. So thank you for that.
You're very welcome. Thank you for having me.
All right. And now we can move on to Bree if you're ready.
Yes, I would like to say thank you for that. She gave a lot of great information. That was awesome. I have a screen that I would like to share, and I'd like to see if I can do that so that as I go over the different variety of ways to be able to help us out through community service would benefit you. Okay, here we go. Can you all see that? Okay, so
it's a little zoomed in. I don't know if you can zoom out a little bit.
Let's see. Are you able to see that clearly now?
It looks the same. Maybe if you refresh it.
How's that looking?
Oh yeah, just zoom it back a little. Yeah, if you can. Can you keep going a little back or no? Is that it?
Is that zoomed enough?
Oh, we want it zoomed out a little because it was too zoomed in.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I think that's okay. Yeah.
That looks good. Okay. All right. So I am going to bring myself back up somehow. Okay. Are you guys seeing me okay? Okay. All right. So here at Love Inc., we have a different variety of ways to be able to help those who would like to come and be a part of our team here in reaching out to the community and just being able to reach out and connect with different people in different ways. And through that, we know that there are people who have leisure time and just want something to do, and they need to fill their time with something that they feel that they're contributing back to our community. So we have different ways to do that. But we also know that we have also another group of people, such as in the schools with the universities and our local colleges that need to fill in community service hours. And we have opportunities where they can step in and help in those ways as well, where after you've contributed some time, we can provide you with a community service hour letter that helps you keep track of that and be able to show what you've done through your time and how you've reached out in the community. A couple of things that we have are we have clearinghouse opportunities to be able to come and volunteer in-house in our office here directly, which we are off of 20th and O Street. And we have ways that you can help by answering phones, connecting with people, taking intake information and seeing what their needs are. It could go from I'm needing help with just a food box to I'm needing help with my new apartment that I got and I need furniture, and just kind of going over personal information that is in-house that we need to take as an intake so that we can get to know them a little bit better and see and assess what their need is. So we have that clearinghouse volunteer opportunity that is answering phones. It's also filing away different types of forms that we have so that we can keep track of our clients and how we have continued to help them and what needs we've met with them. And if there comes up rising more opportunities and needs that they have, then we have a tracking of them, right? And all that stuff is confidential and is an in-house that we guarantee all of our clients that is personal here with us and remains only in-house. So we have opportunities in the office to be able to help in that way. We also have newsletters that we mail out on a quarterly that we could have someone help in different ways of filing and mailers and being able to type out also simple doc forms or inputting data information that we get from our clients. So those are in-house ways that you could help if you feel like, hey, I'm more of an administrative skills and I really like to utilize that really makes me feel like I'm giving of myself in that way and I'm comfortable, I'm okay with answering a phone, I'm okay with inputting information. But we also have stuff where you can actually go out into the community and feel like you're a part of something bigger than just the office. If you are an outgoing person and you love to connect with people, you love to talk to people, we have also, which is a new ministry that we've started, which is our portable showers. And those portable showers are for our homeless people who are right now currently out over there where D Street's at. We have them all over Merced. As you can see, our Merced County has been really inundated with homeless people. And so we thought, what can we do to be impactful in a way to help in this sense and help people who don't have a home and need to clean up and would like to go and apply for a job, but don't have a place to do that. Let's take the shower to them. They get themselves cleaned up. They can go now because we give them fresh clothes, go and apply for this job, which I can share with you that we recently had that happen last week. We had this gentleman come, say, I need to take a shower. I want to go for this and check up on my resume that I dropped off. And guess what? He got a call and said he was hired. So these are ways that you are helping change lives. You're helping be an impact for them to say, hey, you know what? I am seen and I'm noticing you're trying to help out and I want that help. And so you can help us by just kind of facilitating them into the shower, helping them sort out clothes. And we have also just protective gear to keep us safe for those who are still uncomfortable with COVID happening. We have masks, we have protocols to keep you safe and healthy and to keep them also safe. So if there is an issue that, while I want to keep myself protected, do you have all that? We definitely do. We are keeping those protocols in place still. So just know that we are going to keep you safe. So that's another way. We also have our furniture department. So one way that we help out is we help those who are less fortunate, low income. They get into a home, they don't have everything that they need. They just are able to make rent, pay for PG&E, but they can't go and buy a new bed. So we help them in the process of intake. When they qualify, we help get them a bed. We help get them a couch. We help get them a table so that they're not on the floor. So, and just to kind of help them feel like, okay, I can get started. So it's not, I'm giving you a handout, I'm giving you a hand up. I want to help you to succeed and feel like your house is a home. So in the furniture department, when we receive these donations, we go and we deliver them out as well. And we have safety protocols with that too. So we need help with people who are okay with going and picking up furniture, picking up a couch that's being donated, picking up a dresser that's being donated. And also later being able to go donate that to the family in need, and just being okay with saying, you know what, I'm okay with going that. I mean, it's just amazing when you finally get to meet the person on the other end that you've took an intake on, and now you get to go take this furniture and you see them, you see the smile it brings, and you see that bed that is going to allow that child or that mother to not be on the floor, and just how fulfilling that is to feel like you are part of that in some way. So we have our furniture department, and we also have our warehouse where we want to keep everything nice and dust free and clean. So we need people that are okay with going to our warehouse and just keeping it nice and tidy and taking inventory to help us keep track of what we have and what we don't have. And so taking an hour or two out of your day to do that in any of these areas is more than welcome. We have also, you know, if you're okay with giving someone a drive to a doctor's appointment, if you're okay with taking a food box and delivering a food box for a family in need, you drop it at their doorstep, knock, step completely back, see them come out, give them thumbs up, God bless you, or have a great day, and then you're off. Keeping you safe, keeping them safe. You wear your mask, you wear your gloves, and everything's good to go. And you helped out. Doing that for an hour or two would make a big difference and also help you with your community service hours. So we have those things also. We have cards that we mail out, just telling people that we're thinking about them. And so sitting here in our office and putting addresses and stamps on them and getting those off in their way, those make big differences too. The people that our families know that we are thinking of them, and that they weren't just another number or another file that we had, right? So those are different ways that we do throughout the week, and from month to month, those are different things that you can get involved in. But we also have our big events, and that is on our where it says seasonal. If you were on our website at www.loveincmerced.com, this is where I'm at now. In our seasonal volunteer opportunities, each month it has there exactly what we are doing. So in the upcoming months, if you want to just be part of a big event that we are going to do that goes on for a couple of days, then that's something that you can get involved in. Right now, we just got through with our rummage sale, and our rummage sale was to help us raise funds to be able to get those things that we need for families, whether that's food, that's toiletries, diapers, furniture. And this rummage sale was a great success. So we worked on it throughout the whole week, gathering donations, dusting them off, pricing them, placing them on tables. And we had volunteers from all over that were coming and helping us in that way. So that's another big event that you could have been a part of and can be with other events. So if any of you are interested, you are more than welcome to go to our website. You can go to get involved, and the tab that comes down that says volunteer, you're able to click on that, fill out an application, and I'll get in contact with you. And you can give us a call at 209-383-1265 at extension 2. And then I'll get back to you as soon as I get that message, or if you get me on the phone. But for anything at all, you're welcome to give me a call. If you just need to hear more information, or I just, wanted to know a little bit more, be a little bit more clear, I could give you some more details about that. So that's what we have here, and we'd love to have you part of the team. I hope I didn't make it too long.
Yeah, no, it was fine. Thank you so much, Bree. These sounds like very important and impactful service opportunities. So thank you. I did share your website in the chat, and you're also welcome to share any contact info in the chat as well. So now we can move on to our Q&A portion. So we have a couple of questions. So one for Noelle, we have, how will volunteers be matched to schools that they are assigned to?
So I think the best way to do it would be to ask them what they feel like their capacities are. There are some schools that will be very easy to access, and others that will be further away, that will require a little bit more. So if you've got a super outgoing personality and you are more than willing to ask questions, do some research, make some friends, I'm going to send you out to Gustine. I'm going to send you to Los Banos, and some of those further out places where it's a little bit harder. And by send you, I do not mean physically at this point. Not until everything is super duper safe will I be sending you out onto a school site. But in order to establish those relationships, whereas we know a little bit more about the schools that are here in town and a little bit closer, I have more established relationships with them and can help you navigate. So those who are a little more unsure, I would start them out on something like that. But that's the extent to which I would worry about matching. And then if there were problems that come up, I can help you problem solve through that experience.
Awesome. Okay. Thank you, Noelle. And Alex, do you have a question?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yes.
All right, sweet. So this is for Loving Merced in Merced. So I know you had like in your presentation, you gave out a lot of examples that require us to be in person, which we at Sigma Chi are really happy to do. We find it really hard for us to do it online stuff because we feel like we're not really helping as much as we could. We do have 22 guys that are available like in Merced. Unfortunately, I'm not in Merced. Another brother is not in Merced out of the 24 guys in my chapter. But what area do you think in an in-person aspect of volunteering does your company need more help in?
Well, thank you. That sounds, I heard the number 22 and I was like, I hit the jackpot. So right now I want to say heavily, we have really needed the help in our furniture department. That has kind of been a department that was on pause, has been on pause. When pandemic hit, that completely came to a halt. And a lot of our families went with needs unmet. It broke my heart to hear so many families that needed beds, and we assessed them via virtual chat to see their home, because that's part of our process when we take in the process to get them the help, and to see that they were sleeping with a blanket on the floor and a pillow, and we couldn't get them a bed, was really hard for us. And now that things are kind of starting to pick up, we have found ways to kind of keep people safe and to keep our families safe, to be able to deliver the furniture, but we still don't have the people that are comfortable with it. And so that still has been a hold for us. So if we can get people that are comfortable hearing how we can keep them safe and keep our family safe and still get their needs delivered to them, that would be great. That is a need right now that we have that has, like I said, has been on pause. So if we could get people to help us move that and get that going, that would be awesome.
So would you need us to provide like our COVID like cards and stuff? So like maybe that would help make them more comfortable, because we're willing to come out. And I know there's already guys asking me right now, like I just texted them. And the group chat exploded and they're like, okay, when can we go? When can we go? And I'm like, I don't know. I don't know. I'll ask.
So that is on our end. It is not necessary for you to provide your card. When you come, we just ask that you wear a mask. And then when we take your temperature, when we let you into the office, and we'll have each person just kind of fill out, if they don't go online to fill out the application for volunteering, you can come in-house and do that, but it's not necessary for you to provide those cards. Our families are not the ones that are concerned. I can tell you right now, we've had so many people say, I'm not worried about I just need a bed. So it's not our families who are concerned. Nonetheless, we still want to keep them safe, right? We still want to not, neglect what our state is asking us to do. So I would say just come. We have everything that you need. We provide the truck. We provide, we go with you to kind of show you where the warehouse is. We have our key volunteers that can't do it alone, so they would go with you and show you the, you would never be alone. We provide an ice chest and drinks and stuff, because sometimes, if you go in to make 2 or 3 deliveries, that with the heat coming along, we make sure that you're hydrated. But like I said, we provide everything. You do not need to show us that. We just come. We will take you.
Sounds great. I'll make sure I message you my contact information so that we can coordinate something.
Thank you so much.
Awesome. Thank you, Bree, and thank you, Alex, for that. Great question. And Alex did touch on an important topic, which is that some of our UC Merced students aren't in Merced. So they could be in their hometowns. So they may not be able to volunteer with you all in your offices or directly in Merced. So this is a question for both Bree and Noelle. Do you all have any virtual opportunities for students, such as maybe creating flyers or helping with social media posts, anything like that?
Both Bree and I were like, yes, please do the thing. Yes. Well, I do we do have a graphic design department, and I'm really lucky to have that at MCOE. Obviously, it's a big, big machine, but especially when it comes to just like a single use flyer for a single thing, sometimes you don't want to bother them, and having someone be able to come graphically design that would be amazing. And the great thing about, I know, Bree, I'm so excited that because I was like, how are we going to get a bunch of people to like pick up beds and do that's a great, so I'm so glad that got a connection made just then. That's brilliant. Like I said, I don't need that as much. Mine can very much be done virtually through emails, through phone calls, through some Zoom chats. So there's quite a bit of ability from my perspective to do the virtual thing. So I'm happy to have some of those students. Go ahead, Bree.
Yes, I agree. We could definitely, from creating flyers to also inputting data to also, like I said, we do virtual video home assessments. That's easy peasy, right? So sometimes that if I were to give you the information file on who this person is and just tell you and send the questionnaire that we go through, and you just follow that with them and you assess the home, like that's something that helps a lot as well with that department. So there are ways that we can get you involved via virtual as well and get you those hours in.
Awesome. Thank you. All right. So if there are no other questions, we will go ahead and move on to our raffle for this. So thank you all. And we will be sharing out your contact information to our students. We do send them an email with the recording of the virtual service talks, as well as some more information. So we will be sending that out either today or Monday. So anyone that couldn't attend today will also have this information. All right. So on to our raffle. Our raffle winner for today is Alex Perez. Round of applause for Alex. Thank you so much for joining us today, Alex, and for being so engaged in our.
No, of course. Thank you so much thank you so much to the CEC. I know it's hard to come out on a Friday after a long week. Thank you again for all of the community members also that came out and took time out of their busy days, making a difference. I'm just happy to be here, and hopefully I can get all my guys to come out to any of your guys' events.
Awesome. Thank you, Alex. Great. So that is the end of our talk for today.